Hi everyone, I hope you're good guy and welcome for a new tutorial. So today we're gonna focus on the lead present in the remix of Telofes and Mathame of Mystery from Adriatique. And this kind of plucky lead. So here is what I've managed to recreate. There is a pad as well that I recreated to just support the note, but basically and there is a couple of things interesting about the song. First, you can see like the modulation, and there is interesting about the effect. And then now first let's jump into the sound itself. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of retake the rack I've done for Astral because it's a kind of same modulation, but you can see it's quite a different patch. That's the same MIDI note but with the Astral one. So it's quite different, but the only thing is still always the same, like kind of sound with Telofes. It's kind of a blending, a mix of different kind of oscillator, and it's mainly square, noise, and sawtooth. And that's why I took this rack and then I modify it. You can see it's like different than the Astral one. The effects are different. You see it's not the same pitch. So let's dig into this. So usually the main things of this kind of sound, I'm gonna deactivate all the. You always have a square, usually playing in the very high octave, and then you add a bit of noise, and you already kind of got this kind of sound. And then usually here I add another square with at the same octave, and I just kind of detune this one because the original one get a kind of detuned sound that is kind of hard to nail, but I don't know, I didn't really need it, but I added just this very subtle effect. And I add a sawtooth as well, just to add a bit of kind of pluckiness to the sound. I don't know, extra harmonic as well. And the envelope, so obviously it's the same than the Astral patch, so it's a plucky sound, so no sustain, and all the rest is assigned to the macro, and it basically will evolve along the track. And I will come back to this later, but here you have the Decay, which is like kind of always different from one note to another. It's basically automating. So you can see here the first note, for example, is very plucky, rather than the second. You have something around 20 milliseconds, which is kind of giving this this kind of whoosh effect. Yeah, the only thing I've done as well, I reduced the peak of each envelope just to make the sound a little bit softer, because this sound is more like kind of soft, delicate kind of sound, and that's why I've kind of reduced the peak a little bit. And then what we've got, so obviously yes, all oscillator, there is no FM sound here, they are all oscillator playing like separately, and there is no frequency modulation between each oscillator. And I'd add a little bit of LFO with sawtooth down, but it's very subtle. Again, it was for this kind of pitch detune effect. It's very subtle. And then the filter, so low pass filter, I choose 12 because I didn't want it like to have something too brutal, and to still want a lot of frequency to pass even if I'm modulating and I'm applying an envelope. So the envelope obviously is what is gonna give this kind of extra pluckiness to the sound. And it's always working super well with when you add noise, because it's like really let past the noise. No resonance, because the thing is when you have noise and if you add a resonance, it's kind of, yeah, like that. This kind of stuff. So I usually don't put resonance. I could have a bit of drive, honestly, maybe I can leave it like this. And here nothing. I just have the spread if you want make the sound a bit more stereo, and it's kind of giving a detuned sound as well. And then here I keep the global time macro as well. It's like, for example, this is so here I have automation, but wait, when you play you can use this macro and kind of shorter. It's a kind of one macro to control the decay release. So it's super expressive. And one thing I've done as well, yeah. So obviously I've automated cutoff to the keyboard. So basically, the lower the note, the cutoff will be like close, and if I go upper, the filter automatically open it itself. All right. Then let me just go there, and then I've had, in terms of effect, I have an EQ. It's just here. This is to get rid a bit of. It's very noisy, so it's kind of get rid of. I don't know, boosting here. And then you have the Saturator, which is just for loudness purpose. Add some harmonics to your sound. Right, and here came the interesting part. So here we have to delay. So if I go to the if I go to the first one here, you can hear it. So if you listen carefully to the original one, you will hear like there is this two plucky note, and you will see right after you have one delay which is on ping pong left right, but it's very short. It's like just for 1 or 2 seconds, and then after you have another delay more in the middle. So just try to pay attention to the delay. So you see you have this one, you can hear is on the middle. Dun, 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 dun. Like, and then at the beginning you have like a ping pong effect, which is kind of the noise of the patch of the preset. But it stopped quickly. And so basically to recreate that, I have to have 2 delay, and I've put them in the audio effect track like this. I can separate them. And oh, sorry. So here is only white, but you can see you have the delay on the left right, but very short, with a short feedback, and like kind of quick. You have to put 1 2 like this, and here I have the one. You can see it's straight in the middle. It's no ping pong, it's like in the center. It doesn't go on the left and the right. And basically when you bring them both together, you can hear this one first at the beginning, and then after you hear the tail, this one. And that's really interesting kind of delay that I never thought about it honestly before, but like it's really nice when you have, obviously you key like the note, there is a large space between them, obviously, because if you play like a melody with a lot of notes close to each other, obviously you will not really hear these details. But if you have like one plucky note here and there, that's a very nice variation. And then you have reverb. Nothing special. Like usually I put the drive around 30%. Usually for plucky sound I usually get a way much less delay, but here the thing is the sound is like in a lot of decay, so you have to have a long tail, because you can hear the sound, the tail of the reverb is going until there, so you have to, in the original, so you have to have this long. And then I use this channel EQ. I just wanted to try it. It's kind of based on the mixer, on the EQ that you got on the famous mixer, because it was not like a surgical EQ, it was just to boost a little bit. And I assigned the macro, so like this you can, because you might find the sound a bit too shiny or not enough. So you can really like, or maybe if, depend as well which part of the sound you are, maybe you need space for a vocal or another stuff, so you kind of reduce the high, and if it's, you wanna bring it, and the same with the mid. It's kind of helping you shape the sound the way you want. And yes, there will be a Live 9 version as well. I'm just not gonna use this channel EQ, I'm just gonna bring the normal EQ from Live, and all the delay anyway they are for Live 9, so there will be a Live 9 version as well of the rack. And then, so yeah, let's talk about modulation, and that is kind of a headache. Like, if you just think about the attack and if you listen carefully, the first note, like I said, yeah, is plucky. The second one you have like delay, and they do that after even more it's more present in this part. You can see, for example, so here the cutoff stay more or less the same, but for this 3 note there is, the 2 first notes are like very, there is not that much high frequency, and then after they open the cutoff. And it's even, the last one is more percussive as well, which means like less shorter attack and the longer decay. Honestly, it's like their music is like very surgical. It's like everything is so precise. Like I spend I don't know how long just to try to find the right attack, right decay, and like you listen the first time and you say okay, that's right, and then you re-listen again 5 minutes after and you say no, it's too much attack, it's not enough decay, and then you re-listen 5 minutes after, you say no, it's too much decay, not enough attack. I mean, and you keep always changing, and so you see like here is the same, it's not like the same attack. You see like first percussive, second and here a longer attack and the cutoff. So that was another important thing to kind of keep in mind, like being very surgical about the modulation, especially the attack decay and the cutoff. And yeah, if you wanna see the notes, I'm gonna show you. I will put the MIDI file anyway. I don't know exactly, I mean, there is nothing really to explain. I'm not really 100% sure about this part, but... And the pads, so the pad is the same. I will put the MIDI. I tried to recreate, I've done, you know, in Live you can like right click and convert harmony into MIDI. And so, because obviously when you try to recreate this kind of sound, it's good to have as well the pad to have like the harmonic bass. And so, obviously it's kind of a mess here, but you get more or less an idea of which notes are going on. You see it's like C sharp and F, and then after it's C, and you have F, and you have as well another C. Here is F, where it's a G sharp, but I know there is a A sharp somewhere as well. So after you kind of try to find out more or less the chord progression is going on, and it's just a kind of basic pad sound. I will put the preset as well, just for Live 9, for Live 10 user. For Live 9 I cannot, but it's nothing. It's just this is sine wave. This is like a more, I think, like a sawtooth, and here you have a kind of square sine wave, low pass filter. Here the thing is mainly the chorus, which is giving a pad purpose, and obviously delay, reverb, and yeah, we put the MIDI as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Alright, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like it. The rack will be in the description, the link to download it for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.